What's up, all? What's up? If you're new, this video gonna be a little different. Um, but my next video, we're gonna be giving out some rice. But this video, I had to make. Um, get my coffee here while we talk. Because I'm still an American. I still have family live in the USA, so I like to keep them informed. So if you don't want to listen to what I have to say about the economy and the presidency and government, then just catch the next video. So we're gonna be talking some facts here today, not no conspiracy theories and all those things. So let's get it popping. So a lot of y'all, all y'all been hearing is the stuff from Fox News and all these other MAGA supporting places. But let's start from the beginning. So when Trump was first elected, because I hear a lot about, Trump economy. It wasn't Trump economy. That was the economy Barack Obama left him. That's the economy he had. He didn't improve it. It stayed stable. But then when COVID hit, a lot of people keep forgetting, COVID hit when Trump was in. And COVID was the cause of inflation. It was the cause of the downfall of the economy. Not Trump, not Biden, not Kamala. COVID was the cause of high inflation. Let's get that straight. And not only in the United States, across the whole world. Because a lot of you people go down these conspiracy theories and think that United States was the only one with high inflation and high costs. The whole world was like that because of COVID. Now, but when COVID hit, if Trump hadn't so-called downplay the virus, the economy wouldn't got as bad as it was. Because this fool downplayed the virus, he caused more lives. They said if Trump would have hit COVID when it first started and he knew how dangerous it was, he could have saved hundreds of thousands of lives. Hundreds of thousands of lives. But the reason why Trump downplayed the COVID, because he didn't want the stock market to go down. He thinking about himself and the stock market and all the rich people who got the money in the stock market. So let's get that straight. COVID was the cause of inflation. It wasn't just in the United States. It was across the whole world. So when COVID hit, it was a mess. It was a mess for Trump. It was a mess for Biden. And when Biden took office, he didn't come into office with the economy good and it went down. He came into the office with the economy already bad because of COVID. So all these people talking about the Biden policies and that drew up inflation, and no, COVID was the cause and it was worldwide. But Biden didn't let that deter him. We're going to see what Trump did in his first term and what Biden had to do because he inherited a mess. So, and everybody be talking about Biden plans and Biden's agenda, and they wasn't good and they the cause of inflation and high gas and all of that. No, COVID was the cause. But when Biden got in and it was bad, he didn't sit there and just complain about stuff. He did what he had to do. He initiated things that helped our economy. Let's look at a list of things that he did. If you guys don't know, because you believe in so much of the conspiracy theories. First of all, the American Rescue Plan, 2021, he did that, which provided 1.9 trillion in COVID relief, including direct payments to Americans, and he extended the unemployment benefits and funding for vaccine distribution. Then he did the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act in 2021 that allocated $1.2 billion to improve roads, bridges, public transit, broadband, and clean water infrastructure. That was something Trump was saying for his 4 years in presidency. He gonna fix the bridges. He gonna fix the roads. He did none of it. Then also low unemployment rates. He oversaw a strong job growth post-COVID-19 with unemployment reaching history lows. Then the Inflation Reduction Act in 2022 focused on lowering healthcare costs, combating climate changes, and reducing the deficit. And for some of y'all who gonna fall down that rabbit hole about climate change and climate change ain't real, then explain why it snowed in Florida. Explain that. Biden had the largest climate investment in U.S. history. The Inflation Reduction Act earmarked $369 billion for clean energy and climate-related projects. And then he rejoined the Paris Agreement, reaffirmed U.S. commitment to global climate goals. And then he expanded tax credits for wind, solar, and renewable energy sources. When it comes to healthcare, he capped insulin costs. Out of pocket for insulin, he capped it at $35 per month. Before Biden did that, I'm a diabetic. You guys know, some of you who on insulin, you were paying $200-$300 out of your pocket every month to get that insulin. Biden capped that. And then he expanded the Affordable Care Act, which made health care accessible for millions more Americans. Then he also tried to do the student loan relief, which introduced initiatives to cancel or reduce student loan debt. And you MAGAs and Republicans, some of you didn't like it, but the money not coming out of your pocket. He was trying to help Americans, which was a good thing. He also did the LGBTQ plus protections. It strengthened federal protections for LGBTQ individuals, including reversing bans on transgender military service. So check it. And then he supported Ukraine because of the Russian invasion, reinforcing NATO alliance. Now check this out. He don't care if you're a girl or you're a boy or what gender you say you is. He cares about everybody. You don't put hate on someone because they're different. That's what Trump does, put hate on someone that's different and endanger their lives. But Biden wasn't like that. Biden was a president for all Americans. All Americans. Once he became president, it don't matter if you are Democrat, Republican, whatever, he was president for you. Trump is president for MAGA, red states, and anyone who's following his agenda. And he already showed that with California. How you gonna make people suffer, Trump, in the state of California and hold funds because your disagreement on policy? What that got to do with helping the people? You the president. That's your job. You're supposed to take care of everybody. Not just MAGA, not just Republicans, not just red states. You the president for all. You president of the United States. California is a state of the United States. How you gonna withhold helping people in need? What kind of president are you? And then Biden also appointed the first black female Supreme Court Justice, Ketanji Brown Jackson. Then he appointed a record number of people of color and LGBTQ individuals to government positions. Biden also worked to rebuild alliance and restore America's global standing. He did the CHIPS and Science Act 2022, which invested $280 billion in domestic semiconductor manufacturing and research to reduce reliance on foreign supply chains. So we can do that here in the United States, so people in the United States can get the jobs, not bringing in people from other places. No, he wants Americans to get that job. And then he did a bipartisan Safer Communities Act, enacted the most significant gun safety legislation in decades, enhancing background checks and fundamental mental health service. Of all the nations, the United States had the fastest post-pandemic recovery. Our economy was the best out of all the nations in the world. They envied the United States economy. Things were still a little bit higher, but in other countries, their stuff was still extremely high. Inflation was still extremely high. But because of some of the things Biden put into motion, the United States had the fastest post-pandemic recovery, and it was still going down. When he left office, it was still going down. But from what I already see within a week or two, it's going back up. It's going back up. And even though inflation was high, considerably still high, but it was still the best in the world, we also reached a decade low around 3.4% of unemployment, outperforming many developed nations. So the unemployment rate went down to 3.4%. They say that was the lowest in almost 50 years? Like I say again, 2023, so y'all can get this in your mind. Inflation rates declined faster than most countries, aided by the Federal Reserve actions and the Inflation Reduction Act, what Biden implemented, which was helping bring down inflation. People don't know the U.S. outperformed nations like Germany and the U.K., which faced energy crisis and slower recovery. So Biden was doing a damn good job recovering us from COVID, which started with Trump. And when Biden came in, he inherited a bad economy and high inflation. To sum it all up, the U.S. economy under Biden performed better than many other advanced economies in terms of growth and labor market recovery, even though it faced similar inflationary pressures. So Trump's first presidency, the first thing, one of the things he did was a Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, 2017. You always hear him say, I gave the biggest cuts, I gave the biggest tax breaks. Yes, you did. But it benefited the wealthy with permanent tax cuts and the wealthy corporations with permanent tax cuts, but temporary ones for individuals. That tax cut increased the federal deficit by approximately $1.5 trillion over 10 years, and it did not deliver the promised wage growth or substantial economic benefits for the middle and lower class people. Then he rolled back environmental protections on the repeal of the Clean Power Plan and withdrew from the Paris Agreement. This caused more carbon emission in the air. He favored fossil fuel industries at the expense of renewable energy and environmental sustainability. So he basically was killing legislation to help the big power plants and the big car plants, just to get a little bit in his pocket. Then another big thing they don't want to talk about was the family separation policy. Under the zero tolerance immigration policy, thousands of children were separated from their families at the U.S.-Mexico border. It caused significant trauma to children and families, with some separations becoming permanent, which means some of the kids never even get back to their parents because of poor record keeping made family reunification difficult. Repeal of the Affordable Care Act's individual mandate. It undermined the ACA structure, leading to higher premiums for some Americans, increased the number of uninsured Americans as healthy individuals left insurance pools. Then there was executive actions against immigrants, where we had the travel ban in 2017, restricted entry from Muslim countries. Then there was a public charge rule. It made it harder for legal immigrants to obtain green cards if they use public benefits like Medicaid. So that was a way to prevent people from using Medicaid, because then they said, well, if you take out Medicaid, we're going to make it hard for you to get a green card. What kind of crap is that? And during the pandemic, he gave cuts to SNAP, or some call food stamps. He reduced access to essential food assistance during the period of economic hardship. Come on now. Then there was the weakened labor and workplace protection. This reduced workplace safety and protections for workers, also undermined efforts to ensure fair wages for the middle and lower income employees. So he wasn't for the employees, he was for the company. He wasn't for the people, he was for the big company. Now, if you can't see the big difference of who's trying to help the people and who's trying to line their pockets, Biden has always tried to help the people, and Trump has always tried to line his pockets. Now, before Trump came into the second administration, so all he campaigned on first majority was the border. The border. Now, how do you people can't see? Trump don't give a damn about the border, because there was a bill, bipartisan border bill, that would add a lot to the border to help the border. But Trump didn't want that bill to pass, because if that bill passed and that border was going to start being fixed, he didn't have nothing to campaign on. Let me say it again. Trump killed the border bill. So how do you care about the border, and you fussing about the border, you crying about immigrants coming through there, and all these conspiracy theories, immigrant crime, when you killed the bill to stop a lot of that you said was going on? So that shit has showed you he didn't give a damn about the border. So all through his campaign, the border, the border, border. Inflation, inflation, inflation. The economy, economy, economy. The stock market was one of the best under Biden. The economy was one of the best in the world compared to other nations. So he campaigned on that. And then what's some of his promises? He was going to lower the cost of eggs. He was going to lower your energy level 50%, because he was going to drill, baby, drill. He was going to drill, baby, drill. But what you guys don't realize, Biden was already drilling. Under the Biden administration was the most drilling done by any president. So he was going to drill, baby, drill. He was going to lower the cost of eggs. He's going to cut your energy bill to 50%. He was going to lower inflation. He was going to stop the war in one day. And the thing is, I used to watch this, and I used to watch him say all of these things. but he had no plan. He never gave a plan. He always said what he gonna do. Everybody, Trump is gonna lower the energy costs. Trump is gonna lower housing costs. He gonna cut my energy bill to 50%. Trump is in now. What Trump doing? He's acting like he's still on the campaign trail. He not sitting in the White House doing what he promised. Since Trump came into the White House, eggs then went up 37%. You know that? Housing ain't going down. The war is still going on. Have you heard Trump talk about any of the promises that he made you guys? No. Trump busy killing our alliance. He wanted to change the name of Gulf of Mexico to what? The Gulf of America. So he messing with Mexico. He want to take back the Panama Canal because China is controlling it now. But you guys know what? If you didn't know, China took control of the Panama Canal during Trump presidency. They took control when he was president. Why he didn't do nothing then? You know why? Because he was kissing China butt. He was kissing President Xi butt. He let President Xi take over that canal. It wasn't done under Biden. It was done under Trump presidency. So now he's picking a fight with Panama. Now he want to make Canada our 51st state. And had the nerve to tell them they gonna have better health care. Trump, they get free health care. They got a card. They can go into any hospital. Canadians get free health care. That's what we should be getting. But we don't. So he picking a fight with them. He picking a fight with Finland. He mad. What are you trying to take? No, he picking a fight with Denmark. One of them over there. What do you want? Greenland or Iceland or something? Boy, you not Putin Jr. What are you doing? You rolling in, picking all these fights with our allies. Like you Putin Jr. Then you just gonna make them do it. You ain't got that kind of clout, Trump. You done made us into a laughingstock. We have no friends. This was the man talking about he gonna end World War III. He gonna prevent World War III. And then he's pulling us out of some important organizations instead of focusing on what he promised, what y'all voted him in for. Y'all voted Trump in for the economy was too high, which actually U.S. had the best economy in the world. Even though things were still high, Biden had them going down. Y'all voted for Trump because he said he's going to lower your energy bill 50%. He said he was going to find a better health care. He said he was going to lower drug prices. He was going to lower house prices because he was going to drill, baby, drill. So, you know that deal that Biden got made with the health industries, capping insulin at $35. Now we're able to negotiate drug prices. Trump signed an executive order that killed that. You know why? In his pocket. Some people are already complaining that the prices of their medication has went up. Biden had a cap on, it was $2,000 a month. Because, some medications are expensive. You can spend $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 a month on medication if you had the money. So Biden capped that at $2,000 a month, capped insulin at $35 a month. Gone. All gone. Trump wrote an executive order, killed it all. And he pulled us out again out of the Paris Climate Agreement. because he said climate change is a hoax. It just snowed in Florida. How's it a hoax? It's getting so cold in some places and it's getting so hot in other places. How's it a hoax? And the bad thing about it, other nations' leaders are taking advantage of that and making him, Trump, and America look bad. You know what China did to the Paris Agreement, the Paris Climate Agreement? They moved in. They said, well, if the United States don't care about the world and humanity, we'll take the lead. China and Russia are now building an alliance with other countries that we had alliance with, that Trump is killing. He think he's God. He didn't move in and think he's God, that he's just going to tell people what to do. He's just going to make this country do that. He's just going to take this country over there. What happened to the promises you made? You supposed to be working on lowering inflation, the economy, cost of housing, lowering drug prices, and you just shot them back up. This guy is so backwards, he wrote an executive order to rescind an order that Biden had did. It basically said if you're working for the government, you can't take bribes, you can't show favors, you can't take money, you can't do this and that. Basically saying you got to be a good worker. Trump rescinded it. Oh no. Basically saying you can do whatever the hell you want. Come on, y'all. I thought he's supposed to make America great again. He's finna start World War III. He ain't, you know, y'all fussing about Biden, talking about inflation and the economy. Get on him. You got on Biden. But Biden was lowering things. Trump is finna make him go back high. Now, he in a fight with Denmark. Was it Denmark? And he just imposed a 25% tariffs. They say it's going to go up to 50% in 2 weeks because they won't do what he say. We going to feel that extra money. The consumers, we going to feel that. Now, before I forget, let's go back to Elon Musk. Y'all always talking about Trump. He's the big man. He's that. No, he ain't. He's Elon Musk's boy. Anything Elon wants, Trump would say okay. Now, you tell me this. You guys who are ex-military, who are veterans, who still, like me, veteran, who American here, who believe in honor, who believe in protecting this country. How in the hell did y'all feel when Elon Musk on the biggest stage at an inauguration throws up a Hitler salute? He throws up a Hitler salute. I'm like, what the hell? That is a spit in America's face. He did it on stage twice. That's basically saying, America, how in the hell did they let him do a Hitler sign on the biggest stage in America? And then so many people trying to whitewash it. Ain't no way in the world that man should be near the damn White House. That's Trump buddy. That's Trump president. That's Trump is his lapdog. That man held up a Nazi sign. That's a spit in the face to all Americans. The hell? Somebody need to drag him out back. What this ass? You don't, you do a Hitler salute The day of the inauguration? Come on. So, I'm going to close this up. Biden did a lot for the United States when he was president. He brought the economy down from where it was when he first got it. It went up some more when he came in because COVID was still going on. But he implemented things to bring down prices. He cut insulin costs. He worked, and him and Kamala to work with the pharmaceutical companies to lower all drug costs. All gone, thrown out the window. Why Trump running around picking fights with our allies? Why in the hell he ain't doing what he promised? He said he's going to lower you guys' energy bill 50%. That's what he said. Because he's going to drill, baby, drill. He's going to lower cost of housing. And then the other thing, what they trying to do? He withheld funds from United States until they raised the debt ceiling. And the only reason why he want to raise the debt ceiling so he can give the billionaires and the billionaires, the companies, another tax cut. And then the way they're going to pay for this tax cut, they plan on cutting Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, and yes, VA benefits for those veterans who have lost all honor. By 2030, which is only 5 years from here, the plan is to have a 30% cut from all those programs across the board. How that's helping American people? Come on. How? I'm quite sure you got some MAGAs and you got some Republicans that's getting Medicare, getting Medicaid, getting Social Security, and getting VA benefits. Because I know damn well I don't want my VA benefits cut no 30%. But he's here to make America great again. No, you guys. He's doing Putin do. He's setting it up so Putin can take over the world. He's Putin and Elon Musk's lapdog. He let Elon Musk go on his stage, his night of inauguration, and give us Nazi salute. What kind of man is that? What kind of leader is that? And since he's been president, all he do is sit at the desk and sign these ridiculous orders. He done took away the drug prescription thing that lowered drugs prescription. When he gonna lower y'all damn energy cost 50%? You heard anything about what he promised? No. Everything he was hollering about, he needed to sit at his desk and do. Not pick fights with our allies. Who the hell do you think he is? He's just gonna call up a country leader and say, I want this, and if you don't give me this, I'm gonna do this. Dude, do your job first. Take care of the American people. That's why you United States president. And you ain't the president of MAGA. You ain't the president of Republicans. You ain't the president of only who likes you. You are the president of the United States of America. That's every state, city, block that you supposed to take care of. Holding funds from California. First, he wanted to know how many people in California voted for him before he give any funds. What kind of crap is that? And then y'all talking about he is the one that has divided the country. He divided the country when he first came in because he only showed favoritism to one side. He still has the country divided now because if you ain't a MAGA or a Republican or someone kissing his ass, he said, And that's what he's saying is to the state of California, because we didn't vote for him. Come on now. Y'all open your eyes. When y'all start getting those cuts on that Social Security and those VA benefits, and some of you MAGAs, when y'all see them drug prescriptions going back up high, don't complain. Don't complain. So, all right, guys, I'm finna cut this out. You know, this is me. This is me talking. My First Amendment. I gotta say what I gotta say. Then we get back to the program. All right. Next program be good, but I had to say this. Peace out. Black Men in Village. Love you.